Hi, I'm Ilgata Sneska here at Trucker Man. We're reacting to...
the other update to the Kirsche drama.
Okay, so...
This one, actually, she got banned for like a day on Twitch.
For only a day, though. She's back and everything, yeah.
Yeah, we raided to her yesterday.
Point.
Here. Welcome to part 4 of my saga covering the ongoing cancel campaign targeting the VTuber Kirsche. A lot has happened over the past couple of days since the last time we talked about this, including Kirsche's ban on Twitch, some major fallout involving the publications who made the various hit pieces on her. We're also going to look at the immense crash outs happening among the activists in the VTubing scene. Now, before we get into all of that, I want to do a small segue here to this.
God, ever since we started VTubing, I've been noticing a lot more of them.
What, of VTubers? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like they were invisible to me, and then as soon as I was like, you're a VTuber, hey, let's show you all this VTuber content. I didn't realize there was so many.
Yeah.
Blue Sky post I saw while searching about this situation. It says this: acting afraid of losing sponsors and hating cancel culture, and then turning around and sending a hate mob to harass a smaller black VTuber to the point of her losing her sponsorships is pretty hypocritical. All after she tweeted in response to the racism.
The VTuber we talked about yesterday that called her a moonlight...
Oh.
something cricket.
Gave the weirdest made-up slur ever.
Yeah.
To her. Okay, so she was a black VTuber?
Apparently.
Ew, I didn't even know. I didn't really care.
This is bullying. F bullies. So this person, if you took them at their word, you would think they're talking about some innocent creator who was randomly attacked by Kirsche. But here's the reality. It's actually something we talked about in the previous video. It's a VTuber who initiated a fight with Kirsche and then called her a Mayo Moon Cricket, which is a phrase you would expect out of Dr. Seuss if there was racism in that universe. Like a very goofy term, but clearly they're trying to make a racist remark towards Kirsche, and this would backfire. They would lose their sponsorship with Advanced GG, and in response to that, they would also say in a coping session here, they would say, this is actually a good thing because I just found out that Rev is sponsored by Advanced, which then I turn into a campaign here, and today is the final day you can use code REV30 to save 30% off your total Advanced GG order. Use that link in the pinned comment and REV30.
So are you interested in when we get our Kirsche little cup doody-doo? Or what is this stuff called again?
Gamer subs.
Gamer subs. I keep getting those confused with Gamer Fuel, Gamer Subs. Why does they all have the same similar name?
I don't know.
But you're super excited to get that, yeah?
Yeah.
We're gonna do an unboxing with it, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Super excited.
Alright.
At checkout. So as you can see, lots of flavor jars for you to pick from, including a new one that just dropped today, a Peach Rings Focus jar here. I would guarantee it tastes very well, just like all of their other flavors. You also have my special ones here, like Rev's Blueberry Sparkle, as well as the fan favorite Clear...
don't you normally jump these?
Yeah. Sorry, I had to deal with something.
Yeah, I noticed.
Can add... There we go.
Articles. This happened as my video went live. I put a quick little note about this in the description, so in case you didn't see that, as the video went live, those articles were in fact taken down by Vice, which is really the smartest move they could do at this point, but the damage has really been done at this point, and you can see Kirsche also tagging other publications that made hit pieces and is of course asking them to retract their hit pieces as well. We'll get into that in just a second, but let's focus on Vice, right? Two of the articles were made by...
Sorry, Vice, they took down all 3 of Kirsche's ad after she put that little note on their door.
Oh.
And then this Anna Valence person, they either deleted or suspended their Twitter or whatever, and then they went off to Blue Sky. Like everybody else.
Yeah, Blue Sky is nothing but... It's the super Twitter.
super Twitter with a lot more pedophilia.
Ugh.
So that's been going
Anna
on there.
Vellens, and the third
Oh.
one was made by Vice in defense of Anna Vellens and her campaign against Kirsche. This is a very ridiculous individual. This is someone who is a massive hypocrite, someone who is really just has it out for Kirsche. They're trying to engage in life ruination. They're trying to deplatform Kirsche. They're trying to get their sponsors taken away. And this person and their online behavior is best described as
Why don't these
completely
people
ridiculous.
have a
This is-
life? Why do they have to sit there and ruin someone's success because they're jealous?
Jealous, they have political stake up their ass.
I hate people like that who think that they're right, no one can have any other opinions. It's all they're
Well, they
evil
live-
if they think anything different.
Well, how about the guy who sits and tweets at Kirsche 100 times a day? I don't have time for that. After I get done with the stream, I gotta go cut grass before it rains.
Right. Go live a normal freaking life. Yeah. Blue Sky is the Twitter and Tumblr combined.
Is a
I hung out
ridiculous
on
person.
Tumblr.
And as you can see, they have deactivated their Twitter account after those articles
deactivated.
were taken down by their boss over at Vice. And now they've moved over to Blue Sky, where oddly enough, even in their own echo chamber, they're making this attempt to leave that as well, saying this: given harassment, slander, and egregious lying about me continues at a pretty heavy scale, I will no longer be accessible on Blue Sky for the indefinite future. I'll have friends post article and audio announcements on my behalf. Everyone, please remain vigilant against ongoing slander, lies about me. I encourage you all to express yourself freely, openly, and actively. Fight for what is right, and ask others to tap in to fight. Love you all, from Anna. So they're trying.
Okay, so what quote unquote lies were being said about this person?
Well, they're lies if they believe their own bullshit.
Like what?
I don't know. They claim that Kirsche sent harassment to them when they were doing the harassment.
When you sit there and you badmouth someone and you call them all sorts of horrible names and junk, you're the one engaging in the harassment.
It's like this:
first.
when you start a fight with someone, they punch you in the face and knock you out. You can't cry when you got knocked out.
to pseudo step away from Blue Sky, but as you'll see here, they'll say this: while I have no comment on the circumstances that led to this matter. The circumstances. Let me remind everyone what the circumstances are. They made 2 hit piece articles on Kirsche, calling her a white supremacist, a Nazi, a racist, a bigot, all those things. And then
Blue Sky's
Anna,
in the
on
same
her own
place.
personal Twitter
Yeah.
account, went after her sponsors, tagging them relentlessly, trying to get them to
Okay, so this person is saying that they need to get off Blue Sky because they're being harassed. And I thought Blue Sky was the super...
It's a super pedophile ring.
They probably just eat their own. They probably just eat their own in that.
They're so annoying, even people on their sides can't be around them.
Exactly, because they have no one that disagrees with them on Blue Sky. They have to pick and prod at other people of their own breed or whatever.
abandon Kirsche. That is the circumstance that they drew criticism for. They picked a fight with Kirsche and they got absolutely bodied. And down
Good.
here, they're also saying this. To anyone who's going out and attacking them, many people are speaking on my behalf to take a cheap shot at my managing editor, someone who's been
Yo.
incredible to me since the
Yo.
very first death threat was sent my way.
What's
I am not
her
your bludgeon to take a
98?
shot at a boss who has
9922.
been incredible towards me during this harassment. So what they're saying is they're stepping away from Blue Sky, but they're having their friends and managers and all these
political
people post on their behalf, posting things like articles and other things that they can make money off of. And then they're saying, but don't say anything back to these people because they're not me, so you're wasting your time. I am highly suspect that this is just Anna Vellens running their Blue Sky account, and they're trying to find this way to make it seem like you're wasting your time if you're criticizing any of their posts because it's not them making it. It's a very elaborate attempt to avoid any sort of confrontation or criticism, which
Oh, so it's the whole shifting the blame scenario.
These people never take responsibility for anything they do.
of course, isn't too surprising. But also, as pointed out in this tweet, they did a stream where they talked about the situation going on with Vice and Kirsche, and this was their sort of update regarding everything going on. It basically sounds like Vice is putting a muzzle on Anna Valens.
I know a lot of folks have been asking me specifics about the VTuber articles, and there's just just no comment. Like, there's nothing else to really add at this point. And that also includes the Velour article. There hasn't been anything around the Velour article. I think of them as sort of a series, and so I don't want to comment on that one either.
Okay, so this is the person who got upset at Velour?
Yeah, they started off with them tagging Velour. Then Kirsche read their article. Then Kirsche looked into their history. Then they wrote the 2 hit pieces on Kirsche and attacked Kirsche on Twitter.
Because they couldn't take any kind of criticism?
Yeah.
Is this the same person that they were saying was on Blue Sky and was...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if that makes sense, it's just the Velour article is connected to everything. So I don't, well, it's Velour, but it's connected to everything. So there's not gonna be any public commentary from me about that stuff or in my Discord. And again, I am gonna ask when you come into my streams or any of my other social media not to talk about.
So as I pointed out earlier, Kirsche also tagged the other publications that made hit pieces on her with a similar retraction request as she made to Vice. We'll begin with Sports-Kita. So this is their lack of a response. The article they made is still up, where they try to paint her as some sort of bigot. And again, I didn't really hammer this home last time we talked about this. Sports-Kita is a sports publication. They primarily focus on cricket. So they are seething about Kirsche so much.
Why is a sports website talking about a VTuber and this lady who called a 5-year-old the N-word?
They got nothing better to talk about at this point. I guess this is a type of sport to them. The VTubing sport. VTube sports.
From what I've heard from other people, that this sports website writes clickbait articles too on sports, so...
So they probably know nothing about sports. I can't say, because I know nothing about sports either, and I could care less.
Alright.
So I would never read their junk anyway.
That they're going off-brand to make this hit piece article on her. It makes literally no sense, and the article is still up, as I have stated. But the other person that was tagged, the other publication, was Stealth Optional, who made various articles on Kirsche as well as Chibi reviews, because that guy doesn't have enough harassment to deal with. And
who's Chibi reviews?
We reacted to one of his videos. Basically, people started tagging for whatever, I can't remember why, but someone logged into his social media and actually posted child porn on his social media to get him in trouble. Yeah.
The internet's scary.
Internet's weird. There are some weird motherfuckers on the internet.
I don't like the internet.
And those related articles have been taken down, but I want to point out 2 things. Number 1, the author of those articles has deactivated on Twitter earlier today, obviously trying to avoid accountability. It's a classic journalist move. The second they get any sort of feedback or criticism, they deactivate on social media. But this is the article they made, the last article they made, saying Kirsche allegedly streams erotica on Twitch amid trans dehumanization allegations. And this is a screenshot of what they were saying. Kirsche, the VTuber recently positioned herself as a victim of cancel culture, is again in the news after she allegedly streamed erotica live on Twitch, reportedly, in quotes, magical girl force femme siscon erotica.
Written by Anna Valens.
Wait, so what?
She read one of Anna Valens' fan fictions on stream, and that's what she got the 1-day ban for.
That's the same person we've been talking about, right?
Yeah.
Oh, right, the
weird VTuber attack journalist.
That's, tried to apply for Velour even though that they're a doodle.
Yeah. Well, supposedly he... Oh.
Hello.
Jonathan 8112 subscribed to the channel.
Thank you for subscribing.
This was interpreted by many as a deliberate smear and dehumanization of a trans journalist, Anna Valens. The streamed erotica was considered to be a sharp and cruel, sarcastic attack, mocking portrayal of transgender stereotypes. boy, that's a lot of words to say
Wow.
she read Anna's own work, and somehow that dehumanized her. Interesting. But the reason I point out this, not
Question, is this work of theirs out in the public eye?
Yes, that's how Kirsche found it.
So, just because she reads it, that dehumanized them?
These people cannot take criticism, I swear to God. You could take criticism better than they can.
Anna's saying something.
only is it misrepresenting the situation, she did not play erotica. She read fan fiction made by Anna Vellens, and also this was not some part of a smear campaign. They're reading their words back to them, but a lot of people believe this article was behind the banning of Kirsche. Kirsche has been banned on Twitch.
right.
In fact, it is her first ban on the platform.
In
And
6
a lot of the
years.
wackadoos and the activists are going crazy in the replies.
By the way, just clarify, when they say ban, it's not like a perma ban. It's like, oh, you get suspended for a day. It's like,
Right,
It's
right.
Facebook jail.
Right.
Call it Twitter jail, a Twitch jail.
in quotes, thinking this is a immense victory, that racism and bigotry has been defeated on this day, that their internet boogeyman or
By the way, how many times your dad got banned on Facebook?
A lot.
Fox here has been defeated. Well, unfortunately for them, it's a one-day ban, so she'll be back tomorrow. But you can see the reason they provided. It's for sexual content. Obviously, this was referring to the fan fiction that she was reading. Obviously,
And said fan fiction is on Twitch.
It's not on Twitch. You had to go to another website to look it up. But,
Ah, okay.
but this person also has a Twitch where they also do fetish stuff on there, and somehow they don't get banned. To be fair, all the cam whores that get away because they put a pool in their room while they're streaming, they get away with a lot more than other people do. It's Twitch.
That makes
The
no
only thing
sense.
consistent is how inconsistent Twitch is. I mean, Hassan threatened a senator and got a 1-day ban. So this is on the same level as threatening a senator, apparently.
Wow.
trying to poke
Here
fun
comes our ban.
Anna Vellens, the
Yay.
same person that engaged in a life ruination campaign against her. And the reason the fan fiction is also very funny is because
I blame
she's
you,
someone
by the
who is
way.
trying to
I blame
cancel
you.
others over fictional content, and that's the kind of stuff that she produces herself. But anyways, that seems to be very clear here that that was the reason for her ban, and like I said, it's just for a day. And also you can see Asmongold commenting on the situation in the replies saying, surely this won't call into question all of the previous bad actions on Twitch that went unpunished. It's
His name's
genuinely
Zach.
shocking to me that Twitch
Yeah, that's
executive
right,
leadership
Zach.
allow their moderation team to continue to destroy their brand. I think this is very obvious. Do you really want to open up this can of worms and look at what Kirsche is getting banned for and what other people are not getting banned for? Twitch is an absolute
Yep.
joke at this point. There's pretty much no reason to have any respect for their moderation team. They're clearly very biased. Because Kirsche is someone who is right-leaning, they go after her for anything, but people who are left-leaning get away with whatever they want. That's the way Twitch is. If you disagree with me, you're not looking at the objective reality of what's going on with the moderation team on that platform. But of course, as
Yeah,
Kirsche...
we try our best not to be too political, but
I mean,
again, I blame you.
when we talk about stuff, I mean, we do have our own beliefs.
Like,
replied here, maybe if she had done... None of those words are in the Bible.
I believe in hating everyone equally. I believe in AI dominance. I believe humanity is screwed.
Fox is the new 50 Cent.
She says if she did content like that Anna does, they wouldn't get banned. And I made the critical error of unmuting this video, and it's everything that's being described here. And my ears are
You want me to play it?
No, you showed
bleeding.
it to me once.
That's all I can say, but it's ironic.
I'm curious where the vor part comes in.
I don't know.
That her own content like this goes untouched, but when people mimic her content, they get banned. Very interesting, but of course, all of the activists in the VTubing scene are going crazy. This is their Super Bowl victory. Seeing Kirsche get banned for one day, having a free day off, essentially, who will probably come back to immense levels of support, but they can't contain themselves with their excitement over
Yeah, they're
this.
spiking the
And you
football
see
at the 10-yard line.
normal people in the replies saying she should have been killed Instead, this person's saying, good.
I've never had that much level of hatred towards anybody in my life.
That you'd want them to be killed.
Yeah. I am Thorfinn. I have no enemies.
How have... Well, you've been bullied in school. How have you not wanted them to die?
I don't know. I'm just not that person.
Tired of these VTubers who spew out the N-word and incite dangerous
She never spewed out the N-word.
ideals into people and face no repercussions for their pathetic actions just because they're a hot image that moves. There
A furry avatar. Opinion avoided.
is freedom of speech, but there are consequences of some speech, especially hateful. A nice light novel you wrote there about Kirsche apparently running around and spewing the N-word and doing all this crazy stuff. I wonder if also we will hold people to accountability for their dangerous ideals that run rampant among people I'm sure this person agrees with. Also, you just look at the people posting stuff like this and it just speaks for itself. But also people were quick to point out that there is an organized
I don't think humanity is good as fooked. I think we all have mental illnesses, and we all just need to go explode.
report campaign on Blue Sky where they're trying to, or were trying to, get Kirsche banned. And you can see the blind intentions here. People saying they're opening up the stream and they're reporting her channel without even giving or understanding why they're reporting her. You can see people saying we should respond with an organized report campaign on her channels, Twitch and YouTube. And they want to force her onto Rumble, which would kill her career, as they state here. And then this person says it's not a viable option for promoting Nazi views on and off Twitch, showing people how to report her. And also people directly linking her account and telling people to report her without even giving a reason or a clip for any of these reports that are being made. Obviously exploiting the system, but this is Blue Sky, the biggest echo chamber in the world. Of course they're doing stuff like that. And going over to Blue Sky, it is a circus. If you search up Kirsche, you see the absolute seething and the weirdo.
I just want to live. I want Nook Senpai to be my mental tutor. Just let everyone hate you and not give a damn.
Oh yeah, we still got that video to react to.
Was coming out of the woodwork to try to celebrate this or to glorify what's going on here. This person saying, since Kirsche has been banned, now can Asmongold be next? Like seriously, someone deplatform this effing clown.
What did Asmongold ever do to piss? Oh, I guess have base taste, I guess.
Entirely already.
Live in the mold.
Yeah, these are the tolerant people when they encounter someone with.
Whatever happened to Charlie?
Charlie's still around. I just don't ever come across his videos half the time.
Do people attack him?
Yes, but for dumb reasons as well.
Just don't hear about it as much?
Anything that is different in terms of an opinion or a viewpoint or politics, they want you completely ruined. They want you deplatformed. They want you silenced. Nothing is new here. But also, I found this fascinating. This is a conversation, like a group, for people who are VTubers against fascists and Nazis. They're having a sort of self-help group trying to organize all of these people in the VTubing scene so they can have this communal therapy session about Kirsche. I mean, this is obviously about Kirsche. They're labeling her as a fascist and a Nazi, and these are the tips to get them out of the community. They're against it. I mean, this is literally like coming out and saying 9/11 bad. By coming out here and saying VTubers against fascists and Nazis. Like, wow, congratulations. You're so bold with your statements. And look at the normal tolerant people in the replies saying, yes, I'm absolutely and completely in. And this thing says, punch Nazi VTubers with an image of Kirsche. And then the person who started this says, absolutely. Wow, that doesn't seem very
That's very violent, I would say.
It's Blue Sky. It's fine. It's Blue Sky. Blah. Can't talk.
The blue shit. Yes, lots of
tolerant to me.
those.
But then you see stuff like this, person saying, anyway, a not so subtle
This tells you
reminder, we don't take
everything.
kindly to Nazis or Nazi
Bash the
adjacent
fash.
shitheads round here.
CEO of Girl Kissing? What the fuck? How much you want to bet this is a he, she?
I don't care.
You have this thing saying bash the fash, which I guess is supposed to be a threat of physical violence to anyone they deem as a Nazi or Nazi adjacent, which is an interesting one. I mean, number one, everyone who disagrees with them is a Nazi.
You know, this is their logic. Fight hate with more hate. It's the smartest thing I've ever heard.
It's like the video we watched. If everybody's a Nazi, then no one's a Nazi.
You know what? I'm gonna turn around and start calling these people Nazis. They're the Nazis.
I don't forget where I heard it.
Thankfully, that I never went to Blue Sky. Hell,
Which-
I've never even went to Twitter until X happened. Mainly because this one was like, yeah, you need a Twitter account, even though I could care less about it. The world as we know it has always been filled with bullies. I can use this from WASP. Wasp? Words.
But
Oh, did I
What'd you
push
do?
that? My bad.
But now they're putting out this term, Nazi adjacent. I've never heard of that one before. I guess I have to give them some kudos for creativity. So before you're violently attacked, I would want to wonder why or how someone defines a Nazi adjacent person. But then
know,
again, you don't have to
right?
worry about any of this because the people who make posts like this and threats like this, they would have a panic attack if their mailman tried to talk to them, try to start up a conversation, okay? So I don't think you have much to worry about with that. But on top of that, there's some very disturbing fan fiction
Rainbow
I'm finding
Nazis.
on
It's like
here.
the Rainbow Team Rocket.
This person saying, breaking, VTuber Kirsche found dead in home at 37. The totally sane,
Wait, she's
normal
37?
I don't know. I don't.
Do they not even know her age?
No.
people making fan fictions about her dying. That's blue sky behavior right there. And this person
Dude, come on! I got in trouble at school for making a fucking story about blowing up the school. Why are you people allowed to do this?
It's Blue Sky. Well, look at their pronouns and then you'll ask that question.
also make a little video. They're trying to like bait Kirsche into thinking they're on her side, so they'll go on their podcast or whatever.
God, I feel like I'm gonna get flagged now for saying that. Seriously, I was in fucking, I think, 9th grade. The subject matter was boom, and then my mind went straight to a magical scenario where I completely obliterate the school because I was being bullied and shit. I was always bullied in school.
High school sucks. Middle school's
yeah.
worse than high school, I would argue.
No, I think high school was worse for me, honestly.
Let me
yeah.
just play a little bit of this for you guys.
Studios do something like
That is not the voice I thought coming out of that.
this. She was only racist and transphobic and an awful person. Why can't we let that happen in this space? Has the woke left really taken over that much? So, with all of that being said, I, Irisu, am taking it upon myself to invite Kirsche onto Poison Points.
Yeah, I don't think she's interested. Where did they find these people, by the way? Blue Sky is a different beast. It is
That
a
was not the voice I was expecting coming out of that character.
I don't know. I
That's
think
like absolute unit.
I think that ends up working for some reason. These people can't move on from their middle and high school phases.
Yeah.
I never had a middle high school phase. I just always kept to myself, and I just longed for the day for school to be finally over with. I just tried to ignore everything and just, I don't know, I hated it. I had to cope mentally with video games and anime and stuff, but other than that, just,
High school for you was like the backrooms.
yeah, kind of, actually.
very strange place. We all know it's an
Yeah,
echo
avoid the
chamber,
finger
but the
monster.
people there are just so unhinged and so unwell.
God, I wish it was a
But
finger
yeah, that's
monster.
just a glimpse of what's going on over at Blue Sky. It's a lot worse if I would imagine it's a lot worse if I kept digging over there, but I've had enough of the people from Blue Sky. They're quite deranged. But anyways, that's gonna do it for
Keep
the.
them over there, let them contain them. Just contain them on that side of the internet and leave us alone.
Just sane people don't need to go to that website. Right?
Right.
They
Anyway.
can stay over there. Hell, get the police to investigate that area. There you go.
You want to call it here?
Yep, thank you for joining us for this video. I hope Kirsche has better, just everything. I feel bad that she's being targeted like this. She's done absolutely nothing wrong. She's said absolutely nothing wrong, and she's a good person. I like her. Bye.